Every Zelda game has one job before anything else: hook you. In the first 10 minutes, these games have to establish a world, introduce a hero, set the tone, and convince you that the next 50 hours are worth your time. Some intros do this perfectly. Others, they take a little while. Today, we're analyzing every 3D Zelda opening sequence and crowning the greatest intro in the entire series. And trust me, one fan favorite doesn't make it nearly as far as I expected. To keep this fair, I'm judging each intro using 4 categories. The hook. Does it grab your attention immediately? World building. How effectively does it introduce its setting? Player engagement. Am I actually playing or am I watching? The handoff. How strong is the transition into the adventure? Every game gets scored in all 4 categories, and at the end, we'll see which intro truly deserves the Triforce.
Let's start with the game that invented 3D Zelda.
We open with eerie music, a ride through Hyrule at night, and one of gaming's most iconic title screens. Then we meet Link, a kid living in a forest village where everyone else has a fairy except him. Right away, Ocarina establishes mystery. Why is Link different? Why is Zelda appearing in his dreams?
Who is Ganondorf, and why is his schnoz so freaking big? The adventure hasn't even started yet, and the questions are stacking up.
The Kokiri Forest section is also incredibly smart. It's basically a tutorial, but it feels like a real place. You're not collecting tutorial prompts. You're helping neighbors, meeting characters, and absorbing the rules of the world.
No, I don't want to get up. Get off, get off, get off. Get the f off me!
The biggest weakness? Pacing. Modern players can get through it quickly, but compared to later entries, it takes a while before the story really ignites.
Nintendo followed up Ocarina with perhaps the most immediately unsettling opening in the series.
Within minutes, Link gets robbed, turned into a Deku scrub, trapped in a nightmare moon apocalypse. No slow build, no village tutorial, no comfort.
Oh wow. Look at him go. Now that's quite impressive.
Majora's Mask throws you into chaos immediately. Clocktown becomes the centerpiece of the intro, and unlike Kokiri Forest, it's designed around tension. Every second matters. The clock is always ticking. The downside is that first-time players can feel lost. The confusion is intentional, but it's still confusion.
This one was controversial back in 2002. Now, it might have aged better than any intro on this list.
The opening legend instantly frames the entire game. Unlike Ocarina, Wind Waker starts with mythology. It feels like a story being passed down through generations. Then we move to Outset Island. Bright colors, peaceful music, simple tasks. And it all works, because Nintendo understands contrast. The more idyllic Outset is, the more impactful the adventure becomes.
Hey kid, you got a little something. Right there. I hate you.
When Arl is taken away, the entire game has a purpose. You're not saving the kingdom, you're just saving your sister.
And now we come to perhaps the most divisive intro in the series, and honestly, I understand both sides.
Twilight Princess spends an enormous amount of time in Ordon Village, almost aggressively so. You herd goats, do chores, talk to villagers.
Is that a baby? Is it talking to me? Whose baby is this?
For some players, that's painfully slow. But here's the thing, that's exactly why the invasion works. Nintendo wants you attached to this place. When the peaceful world suddenly collapses into darkness, it feels personal. The intro has incredible payoff. The question is whether the setup lasts too long. And for me, yeah, it does, yeah.
This next one isn't controversial so much as it is the most criticized intro in the series, but is it deserved?
Skyward Sword begins on Skyloft, a floating civilization above the clouds. That's a compelling premise. And unlike some previous games, Zelda herself gets significant characterization right away. The relationship between Link and Zelda feels genuine, which is important because the entire story depends on it. The problem, again, is pacing. Tutorial dialogue, more tutorial dialogue, and then some dialogue about the tutorial dialogue.
Oh, well let me just write that down.
Good ideas get buried beneath constant interruptions.
But then Nintendo completely reinvented the Zelda formula, and the intro changed with it.
Open your eyes. That's it. That's the beginning. No village, no lengthy setup, no tutorials disguised as chores. You wake up in a ruined world and immediately ask the most important question: what happened here? The Great Plateau is arguably the best tutorial area Nintendo has ever designed. Everything is learned naturally. The game almost never stops you.
Wow. Finally. Freedom. Wait, how do I...
It trusts your curiosity, and because of that, every discovery feels earned.
So surely Nintendo just repeated the same formula, right? Well, not exactly.
Instead of starting with mystery, Tears of the Kingdom starts with answers. Link and Zelda investigate ancient ruins beneath Hyrule Castle. For longtime fans, it's instantly compelling. The atmosphere is phenomenal. Then, everything goes wrong. Ganondorf awakens. Link loses everything.
So let's see what Link loses in the opening. Sword, arm, health, stamina, kingdom, princess, good lord. Financial stability? He had that too?
The opening has some of the highest spectacle in the series. The challenge is that the Great Sky Island never feels quite as revolutionary as the Great Plateau. It's excellent, just not groundbreaking.
We're now down to just 3. Oh, wait, hold on. Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Breath of the Wild. 3 completely different philosophies. One uses dread, one uses heart, one uses pure exploration. And honestly, any of them could have won. But only one intro fundamentally changed how players experience Zelda. Breath of the Wild.
Listen, I really didn't want this to be the winner, but Breath of the Wild has the strongest opening sequence in 3D Zelda. Not because it's the most emotional, not because it's the most cinematic, because it's the purest. The moment you leave the Shrine of Resurrection and step into that cliff, Nintendo communicates freedom better than 1,000 lines of dialogue ever could. The entire game is contained in that single shot. Look there, go there, see what happens.
And nearly 10 years later, it's still one of the greatest introductions in video game history. But honestly, I know this ranking is going to piss some people off. I get it, Breath of the Wild gets enough glaze. Why does one more rando on the internet gotta put it on pedestal? So here's my question. Which Zelda intro would you put as number 1? And more importantly, which one do you think I ranked way too low? Let me know in the comments below. And please, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more from the guy in the tie. Thanks for watching.
Cut!